Hey guys, it's Stack here, and today I've got a brand new Crew 2 video. It seems that my last video, the best way to make money in my method, seemed to be quite popular, so I've decided to do this one, and this one is going to be the best way to level up, or best way to gain followers. Now, as you can see at the moment, I'm at icon 34. I've been doing this, I haven't been doing it too much, because obviously I don't really need to level up at the moment, but I will start doing this quite often because I do want to hit icon 600 so I can get there. I think it's the LaFerrari you unlock, so this is going to help me basically get to that level a lot quicker. Now in this video I've got 3 different ways to basically level up as quick as you can, and as you can see, this one right here involves the plane. Now I have seen a few people post this, but to me this is not the best method of actually making the points. For me, it's the slowest out of the 3 that I've got for you today. So if you want to try the plane one, you want to come into this open patch of water over on the right hand side and just fly out. You don't even need to be that far out. You can do it over the land if you're good enough. It's just if you do it over the water, it's a lot easier to hit the low altitude. So what you want to do, drop to the low altitude and then either use the LB or RB or switch between them to hit the drift at the same time. As you can see, the plus 12, 20, that's your followers that you're getting for it at the time, and I think the max you can hit is about 250 or 300 for each of them. Once you hit the max, all you're going to do is hit the map button a few times, just spam it so that you go in and go out really quick. It'll keep the followers that you're up to but reset so that you can just basically fill up the bar over and over and over until you level up however many times you want. So as you can see, I've hit max on the low altitude and now on the air drift, so I'll hit the back button. Sometimes it doesn't spam out quickly, but as you see, as soon as I got out, my pink bar at the bottom has moved up to where it was up to, and straight away I've started filling up the bar again. So basically just keep doing this, keep repeating it until you to get whatever icon level that you're trying to get to. This is a boring way to level up, but the next one is a bit more fun. So for this one, so there are a few places you can go. I don't really know which ones have it other than the main one that I always use, and that's this one up here, this Newport monster truck. You're going to fast travel to this point. You're not going to go into the race, but you need fast travel so you're in that area. Okay, so before you start this one, there's a few things you want to do. Obviously you're going to have to choose your monster truck, whichever one you've got. Now I use one. I'm going to show you the first one and then switch to the second one, because for me this Raptor does not do it. This Fiat Abarth is perfect for it, but for some reason the Ford Raptor cannot do it, even with all the stats and it upgraded. I have to take it all off and put it on the Fiat. So once you decide, now obviously you're not going to have this if you're not icon already, but if you are an icon you'll have icon points to spend. And now this is what I normally have on my race setup. Obviously I've got a few more that I can place on because of doing these little methods to level up, but here for this monster truck method you want to increase your nitro power and then just put a little bit on the nitro refills while you're doing jumps. And then on the gameplay you want graceful. You want to put most of your points in graceful, and then, oh no, that's that one. Okay, so you put all your points into graceful because you want it to spin as quick as possible. And then to me the vehicle doesn't really make too much of a change, so I just put all the points there on bulldozer. Alright, once you've done that you want to make your way inside the thing. I don't think you can drive in this one, so I got to fly. Oh my god, this helicopter this helicopter makes me want to rage. Alright, so once you're in, you're going to fly over to one of these half pipes. It's important that this is why I come to this one, because I think only maybe 2-3 of them have these half pipes, and this is what you need to do it on. Okay, from here make sure you're in your monster truck, and all you're going to do is hit these ramps and spin sideways. Now as you can see, every time I do it with this Ford Raptor, even though it's a higher rating than my Fiat Abarth, it cannot do it. It just, every single time I cannot make the rotations. But I mean, I'm still earning a fair bit of followers. I mean, I've already earned 509, which is way quicker than the plane method, but to me this car just will not do it for some reason. So if you bought the game early, if you got the special edition, you've already got the Fiat Bath. Otherwise, it's one of the cheapest ones. Go and buy it because it just makes this a lot easier to do. Okay, so you want to make sure that you've upgraded your new monster truck if you don't have the Fiat Bath ready, or if you change into another one. Make sure that it is upgraded, because obviously the higher rated it is, the easier it is to do the challenge, because you'll be going faster, you'll get more airtime and have more chance to spin. So all you want to do to start off, head up the ramp, do a quick 180 just to get your speed for the next part. And from here, every time you go, just give it a quick spin around. You want to be hitting that 150 points, or 150 followers for the 540 spin. Just keep repeating this over and over. And I mean, I'm already, like you can see my score there, I've already got 1,074 followers for doing this. Keep doing this up until, I think your air is the first one to max out. So all I do, I just keep doing this over and over until I get max on one of the options. If you do lose speed as well, just do a quick 180 one to get your speed. And then as you can see, I just hit max here. So hit the back button to go onto the map, do it again. And your points have stayed, and you can already start leveling up and getting more followers. Now the reason why I've put this second is because there is a method which I can earn a lot more followers a lot quicker, but it can be a little bit tricky to do it sometimes. So the main thing you want is you want to find an area which is off-road. It's got to be on sand or dirt or mud or something like that. And then you want to find it's got to be like quite reasonably flat for you to perform it. So you're just going to search the map for somewhere, anywhere in the desert is perfect, and just spawn in there somewhere where you've got a lot of room to turn. So for me, I choose this area just to the west of Amarillo, and as you can see there's a lot of grass. It is a little bit hilly, but there are a lot of flat areas which is perfect for me to do this. And you're going to want to spawn in on one of the motocross bikes, not the rally raids, not the, I don't know if there's actually a rally bike, but you want the motocross, the stunt bikes, the ones you can do flips on really easy. Now this is the bike I'm using, the 450 Red Bull, the very first bike I got at the start of the game, and I think I went to the end to choose the best one. I'm not too sure, but I mean I'll never change it because I don't really do these kind of races too often. So again, setting up your icon points, you don't have to change them. It doesn't make too much of a difference when you're a low icon level, but for me I'm just going to put all my points in comfort on the popular to increase the amount of followers I get. And then on the vehicle, this is the more important one, you're going to put them all on bender so that you can increase your bonus when you're leaning on the bikes. That's the most important part. And then on gameplay, I just leave everything on graceful. I don't think any of these change anything. But again, if you don't have icon points yet, if you're not icon level, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. You still earn points, just slightly slower. Alright, and now I'll explain how to do this. So once you're on this bike, find an area that's reasonably flat, somewhere that you can turn circles. And once you start turning a circle, hold the left trigger and the right trigger at the same time, as well as either left or right on the analog stick. Now, as you can see, I couldn't hit it there, so I go and find another flat spot. And you want to do it until you're doing quite tight circles, and this is what you want here. Just doing a simple 180 is 150, and you can do this 4 times, and then it'll hit max. And then from here, use your right thumb to spam the back button, and you can just instantly restart it and set it off. Now, if you're not getting the points, it's because the analog stick is slightly in the wrong position. So right now I'm holding my right trigger down, my left trigger down goes down once I'm in the circle, and then they're both held in while my left thumb is holding right on the analog stick, and then I slightly adjust it until I start hitting the points, and then I hold it perfectly in that spot. As soon as it hits max, spam the back button with my right thumb and start again, over and over and over. And if you can master this every single time, just getting it in the right position, this is actually quicker than the monster truck method, which to be honest I didn't think I'd find a faster way than that. But for me this is working a lot better. But until you when you first start to try this one, it's actually a bit tricky sometimes to get the analog stick in the right spot to start hitting them points. But once you start getting used to it, you'll automatically put your thumb in that right spot, right in the sweet spot, and then you're just going to keep getting the plus 150s over and over 4 times, and then you use your right thumb to hit the map button and then reset it so you can carry on. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure if you did to hit that thumbs up, and also make sure you subscribe. I will be posting more Crew 2 videos soon. But for now, I'm out.